So this is actually a problem because this main has no knowledge.
Sir, recording start ହେଇଗଲା problem ନାହିଁ।
Okay, sir, thank you. So what happened here? Without the knowledge of this small main, the main main, this capital main is updating the value of a. This is a problem. So we should not use global variable straightforward. Similarly, if I put something like here a plus plus once again, what is happening? This small main is updating the value of a as well as updating the value of a. So when you run this, you'll get 13, 12, 13, 14, 15. You'll get 15. So yes, you're right. The output will be 15. Yes. So this is also a drawback. So it is better we have to write a program in such a way that any outsiders cannot enter to the body. Okay, let me write another program in Java. You'll be given with complete syntax of Java. As this is the first class, I'm giving a glimpse of Java programming, how to write and how to run that. Hope few of you have prior knowledge to Java language. So let me write a very simple Java program here. I'm using Notepad++. You can use any other IDE. Even you can use Notepad only. So let us write a very simple program like class. Let it be ABC. And inside, let me save the file with Control S. And I want to save in a folder called C drive Java program. And the file name is having the extension called J. And I'm writing IGNOU. IGNOU 1.java. The extension of the file to be always JAVA. Now, I don't know whether you are, having any prior knowledge to this, but still I'm writing a very simple program and let us check what will happen. Public static void main is the minimum thing we have to write the prototype. And this is the string. Let us write something like ABC. And here I'm writing a system out printf hello world. Hello world spelling maybe. Okay, what will happen? Will it cause any error, this program, or it will successfully run?
Successfully run.
Okay, let us check. What is the file name? The file name is called IGNOU1.java. What is the class name? It is called ABC. Okay, let us see what is happening. I'm to go to the command prompt. I'm to go to the command prompt, in which I'm to go to my folder, in which I have just written a program that is called IGNOU. You know, this is a file called IGNOU.java, and if you see the content of that IGNOU.java, the same content we have written. Let us compile this. Java C IGNOU.java. So I'm not getting any error. But how to run this? Anyone? If anybody having prior knowledge, don't worry. I will give you A to Z of this language as far as possible. So how to run this program? Anyone having prior knowledge? Please come forward.
No, sir, I don't have. I'm learning this first time.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. So I cannot run by IGNOU.java. I'm to first list what just it is creating. The file it is just creating is called abc.class. It is creating abc. You can see the date. What is the date? The date is 15. And what is the time? It is this. You can see the time. Just now this file just created. And so if you want to run that file, if you want to run that program, then you need to write Java. Then ABC. Then you'll get the output as hello. So what's the problem? I had written a program that is called IGNOU.java, but when I compile, it is creating a new file. And that is why there is a restriction in the first chapter when you refer to a book. They are telling that the file name and the class name must match. Otherwise, you will be facing problem. what is the file name? The file name is IGNOU1.java, and the class name is also IGNOU1. So I save it again. I go back and compile the program. How to compile? I repeat once again. It is called Java C. It is called Java C IGNOU1.java. Now you can see in IGNOU1.class is there and IGNOU1.java is there. You can see the file of creation is exactly the same time. So if you want to run this program, you have to write what Java IGNOU1 only, and you'll get the output coming. Is that clear to all of you? So let us write another program. Let us make a modification here. Let me delete the class files. IGNOU1.class file. I'm deleting this file. Now if I run this, I'll get error. Yes, I'm getting error. Let us go back to the IDE and let us make it as a public. And what is that public and private? I'll discuss. Let us give ABC. Okay. What the modification I made in the previous, I had given class ABC IGNOU1 as the file name, and I saved the file. I'll compile. It's not getting any kind of error. But the moment I write public class ABC and the file name is different, I'll get an error while compiling. So let me save that again. Control S. And now here, let me compile that once again with the same way. Java C, it will cause an error. What the error, you just read it very clear now. It's what it says, the class ABC is public, should be declared in the file name as abc.java. Are you getting the meaning? The meaning is, if the class name is ABC and being declared as public, then the file name should match with the class name. Is that clear to all of you?
Okay, sir.
So if I rename this, I have to close this. If I rename this IGNOU1.java to abc.java and I compile this, will it work or it will cause error? Will it cause, execute, or it will cause error? Because I had changed the file name to abc.java. Now, as per the requirement, the ABC is the public class and it is expecting that abc.java to be present. Okay, let me search for that. AB star. So you can see I have an abc .java file is there, and I have the code as abc .java. The same file name is there and the same class name is there. So now if you compile Java C abc.java, it will not cause any error. Rather, it will create abc. Now you can search like this. Just now it is creating abc.class. Look at the time and look at the time. So all you need to run this by typing Java abc. You'll get the output. Okay. Then we'll go for deciding the component of this program. So what I'm trying to say here, as it is an object-oriented programming language, we cannot see any of the method outside the class. Look at this. What is the name of the function? Main. And what is the name of the class? ABC. I cannot write main. Unlike C, C++, we have a main outside. So we are putting this main in a class. Now, let us resume our discussion. And from the book, if you go by the first module, I think this is the first module. Yes, this is the first module. It says the first module, first unit. What it says that the type of the programming language, the evolution of the programming languages, then the basic concept of object-oriented programming language. So what are the basic concepts? If you go one by one, you will find the basic concept. The first concept is called the objects. Whatever you see, if that has something like a physical characteristics and an operational characteristics, then we can say it is an object. Like if you talk about something like if you talk about an object like say it's a pen. So when will we say it is an object? If you can see the shape of this? Physical shape of this, is it visible to all of you? The pen is visible to all of you? If somebody gave a pen, can you identify it as a pen? The physical shape is there, yes or no? Now, does it have any operational characteristics? Any operational characteristics of a pen? Can anybody tell me?
It used to scribble. It used to write.
Yes. So the operation is to write. Yes. And the physical shape of the pen, you know that. So if two things being defined properly, then only you can say it is an object. Similarly, if I say it is a stone, can we say it is an object? If you
Yes.
able to, yes, if you able to define the physical shape and the operational characteristics, then only you can tell that it is an object. Otherwise, it will be simply something which has no physical existence or which has no operational existence. So can you tell me the physical shape? Yes, physical shape is there. There is a geometry. Okay. What is the operational characteristics of a stone? Anyone?
It helps to building walls. Then it helps to it
You kill
acts as an
somebody.
it is bulky and strong.
That is
These are the
physical
things.
shape. And the operational mean it is used for some purpose like building houses, making roads, and killing people. These are the operational characteristics. That is what your abstraction is accepting the thing. If you are accepting, you are defining these two things. That is called abstraction. Okay. Now, if you give something like a name like X, can you tell me it is an object?
It's a variable that we can define any thing with this
Hmm.
variable x.
Okay, but we can make it as an object if you be able to define it properly. That means,
Okay.
although look, why it is very difficult to define, because why you have given a name like X? If you are giving a name like book, and if you are giving a name like pen, just you compare. I can define X as an object, but the other person cannot understand what that X. You have to again convince him by just writing 2 3 lines. This X is this, and it has its use. Yes or no? But if you give a name like pen, it itself explaining this, what are the operations? What are the characteristics? Is that clear to all of you? Why a term called abstraction came? The term abstraction is self-explanatory, and there is nothing inside which is hidden. I mean, you are not hiding anything. You are simply giving giving a name which is self-explanatory. But nobody asks how this pen built. This should not be a question to be asked in object-oriented programming language. In object-oriented programming constructs, we have to raise as much the words. Rather, we have to avoid using hows. What is that? If I say that how a pen being built, then you are going for what? Breaking the pen, and you will be getting inside of the pen that yes, there is a outer, a jacket. Inside there is a tube. Inside the tube there are some inks, and at top of this there is a nib, and this nib is maybe a ball type or something like ink carries kind of things, and there is a cap. All these things, if you are deciding and defining, then only you can convince somebody. So we are trying to avoid the word called how, rather we are giving a term called words. In object oriented techniques, we are raising as much the name called words. Now let us go back what it says. Let us start with an object. The first thing that we should do in object oriented approach is to start thinking the term called objects. Like if you talk about a dog, then you can create an object representing a dog. It would have data like how hungry is it, how happy is it, how is it, all these kind of where is it kind of things coming. Similarly, if you want to communicate from one object to another object, like if you can see there are two objects, one is a human being, one is an object, then we are communicating between them. That is called message passing. Okay. So you know there are some examples of the objects. Employee is an object in the system called payroll system. Customer and accounts are the objects under banking system. Similarly, salesman, products, customers are under tracking system. So these are the names we are deciding to term it as an object. Next one is called how these objects being built. That object is always gathered at one point with some of the plan or a template that is called class. Like now, let me give you one example in terms of object-oriented programming. If I write something like this, a class, say an employee, inside, I'm not writing the exact syntax of Java. I'm writing, let it be int emp id and char, or in Java, if you are using Java, you can use string name, and I write void get salary. So can you identify what is happening, what these two are and what this one is? So these two are called the data elements, or you can say the attributes, whereas this is called the method. So if you bundle together the data elements of the attribute with the method in a boundary called emp, then this emp will be a class. Now, if you be able to create, objects from it, like in Java, we used to write like emp. Let called person one equal to new emp. Then we say this will be an object. Now, if I ask a very simple question, how much byte this emp is generally taking? Anyone?
No idea, sir.
Hey, I'm not talking about Java. You know C language?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. You know structure in C?
Yeah,
Yeah,
structures.
until it's called, it don't take any memory.
Okay. Yes, you are right. Say, I'm giving one example of a C structure. If I write struct ABC, and I'm writing int A and float B. And this is the only program in my C module, and this is the program. Okay. So if I run this, and okay, if I write printf %d size of ABC, struct ABC. So it will not give you anything. It will give you 0. It will give you 0 bytes because this has yet to get a memory space. But if you write somewhere here in this line, like struct ABC X, and you request X here, then you will get this X is a memory a location in which we are going to process two values. So now can anybody give me the output if I write this program in C? Anyone, please? That means when you run this program, this X will be created, and inside X there will be two locations creating, that is called A and B. And A is to process an integer, B is to process a float. So when I request the size of X, it should be giving you the byte being processed for X. How much it would be?
It's 6, I think.
Okay,
6 byte.
if you are using a 32-bit C or a
Then
64-bit
12.
C, then this will be 4 byte, this will be 4 byte, and it will be giving you 8. But if you are using a turbo C 16-bit, then the integer will be 2 bytes and float will always be 4. So if it is a 16-bit compiler, then you'll be getting output as 6. But if you're using a 32-bit compiler, then the output will be coming 8. Okay. So this is what is happening. My purpose is to just tell that unless you are having a memory just created, you cannot think of that the existence of that variable. Similarly, if you look at this EMP, this EMP is a class. Okay, I'm giving another very abstractive definition of a class. Can you view? Can you visualize a human? Say yes or no.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Can you tell this human is male or female?
If we visualize, then by external features we can say it's a male or female.
Okay.
No,
If
no,
you
not
are,
this.
if you are able to view, then
Yes.
obviously it is being an instance. It is an object.
Okay.
But how come the human being an object? Because you don't know how it looks.
Okay.
But if I make it as something like Pramod,
Okay.
now tell me which you can visualize.
Okay.
Are you getting
Yes.
what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
trying to say?
yeah. We specify it.
Can I say yes? Can I say a name called Sweetie? Can I say a name called Ajit? Can I say a name called Ipsita? Now, whether you all agree to this, they all are human beings.
Yes, yes,
Agree?
yes, yes.
Now, just tell me which one is the generic thing and which one is the specific thing.
This Pramod, Sweetie, Ipsita are specific thing, and human is the generic thing.
Okay. Now, which will occupy space on the earth?
The generic one.
Okay. If I make it something like pretty much like this, I'm dividing this. This is zone 1 and this is zone 2. My question
Okay.
is, among this Z1 and Z2, which will be occupying space on the earth?
Mm, both Z1 and Z1 most. I assume Z1.
As you are
Jet2.
assuming, it is not definite.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so that is what the purpose. You have to very much specific in your answer. Yes,
Okay.
Z2 is definitely getting a space on that. Now, can we say it's a real life object, human or Z1 or Z2? Which one is a real life object?
Jet2.
Z2 is real.
Jet2.
If
Yes.
that is called instantiating, but they all being termed as human being. So whenever you are talking about collecting several instances, naming a common name, then that will be a class. Or somebody has already been created a class and creating instances. Say if the Almighty has created or thought of, the Almighty has thought of a creature to be built called human. Okay. The Almighty, I'm repeating, if you talk of the Hinduism, then the Almighty is thinking of, the conqueror is thinking of a human to be built. But who is building?
Okay.
Who is building that? The Brahma is building that, the creator.
Mm.
Just think of in that way. I'm giving one example. Just think of in that way. Someone has thought of कि चलो एक human being बनाते हैं, तो क्या वो human being बन जाएगा? No. Again, Brahma will consult that what are the kind of human being you want? What are the kind of human being you want? Then Vishnu told, no, I want a female, I want a male. So I'm not giving the other category. So this is a human being. This is a human. This is a female category. This is a male category. Now, can you tell me all them are classes or objects? Is it a thought process or a practical one? Whatever I'm talking about, the whole thing,
It's a thought process.
is it a thought process? So if it is a thought process, then it is always coming in the form of an abstraction. Now, when you come into instantiating or realizing the thing, if I want to realize a female, I want to realize a male, then I need to generate objects from it. So the moment you give Jivadana to F and Jivadana to what M, then a name will come that is called Ipsita, and a name will come that is called Pramod. So these two are called the real life objects. That means they are occupying space. Now let us go back to the slide. It says that an objects are, okay, here. Somewhere in the book you might have seen the definition of object. It is not written. Yes, you can see what is saying. Creating objects using real life things. Real life things means even though dog is also not an instance, although it is in the book it is written dog is an instance, but I don't believe dog is an instance. All of you agree dog is an instance, or puppy is an is an existence? Anyone? A dog is generic or a dog is an object?
A dog is generic.
Dog is
Generic.
Okay, if you give a name like your dog name is Puppy, then
Okay.
you can
Then
say.
it will be specific. Then it will
Okay.
be.
So that is what I'm trying to say, that if you be able to see and touch, then you can say it is an object. All of you agree?
Yes, yes.
But if you are thinking that existence is called a class, is called a class. Even if you go by the definition and the example in this case, even I don't agree the employees are the objects. I don't think. Okay, maybe employees are the objects, but employee is not an object. If you're talking about employees, you can see, but if it is an employee, you can only you realize. I mean, imagine. An employee can be as an imagination, whereas employees can be a real thing. All of you agree? Customer
Yes.
is an imagination, whereas customers are the objects. Now, in this way, it's very much English kind of things. Okay. Now, in case if you are gathering and giving it as a common name, then that will be the classes. So objects of the similar type, like Puppy, Tippo, John, इस तरह के कुछ collection if you collect and you give a name like dog, then that will be a class. So these are the things coming. But what it says, the animal is a class. Under animal, dog is an object. It is the book's discussion. As per this book's convention, animal is a class, and under animal, dog is an object. Okay, let us agree, no problem. And in that way, we have to build with some abstraction, with a template we have to build. And this is the template that I just drawn, that this is the template. And what is the name of the template? Called EMP. And I'm thinking that there will be an employee ID, and there will be a name, and there will be a get salary. So if you are thinking all these things and preparing a template, then only you can create an object called X. Then only you can create an object called person one. Okay, and the person one has to follow all these three components. A person one has an ID, yes. A person one has a name, and a person one is only doing one thing, that is called getting salary. And you go through the books. If you do not have this book, you can collect from the internet. It is available. And in the next further classes, we'll be moving to the chapter 3 of or unit 3 of this. This unit 3 says complete of Java. Yes, it will be giving you the Java language basics, and we will be learning about how the Java program looks and how to write simple program in Java. Tomorrow you have the same link and you can use the same link, and you join at 7 o'clock. It will be good so that we can spend the entire 1 hour. Any questions?
Sir, what is the in the program you did in Java? What is the I mean to say interface? Can you tell me?
That is Notepad++.
Notepad++, and where you run it, it is in command. It is in.
Yes, yes.
Can you show me?
Okay, so you simply go to the command prompt. You know how to write that
Okay, yeah,
CMD.
yeah.
Okay,
CMP.
and under that I have a repository called Java program folder. In that I
Okay.
have written all the Java programs. These are the
Okay.
Java programs are already written. So let us pick one that is called say reverse number. Okay, so let us
Okay.
see what is the content of that. Type reverse number dot Java, and this is the program. Can you see what is the class
Yeah.
name? The class name is same.
REV number, revolve
Okay.
number.
So let us run it. So what you have to do, you have to compile it by Java C. Java C is for Java compile, and
Okay.
the class name is called reveno.java. You have to put the extension as Java, and if it has no error, then it will not cause any kind of error. Now, if you write, you will create one file. It will automatically create reveno.class file will be automatically created. Okay. So
Okay.
you run it by Java, simply
Okay.
reveno.
Okay, sir.
Do not
Thank
give
you,
the
sir.
extension. It will give you the output.
Okay.
And it is asking to enter a numbers. Let it be 1, 2, 3, and it will give you the result. Okay. So
Okay.
don't worry. We'll spend time tomorrow, possible 1 hour exactly. So thank
Sure.
you all.
Sure.
Any question? Otherwise, you can ask me personally to my WhatsApp number. Thank you all.
Sure, sir. Namaskar, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, 1 minute, sir.
Sure.
Plus, sir, in the current schedule, there is only 2 Java classes. So, will there be any further classes after 22?
No, actually, it's an experiment. If it is running well, if the students responding, then obviously it will be running smoothly. So I request you communicate with your friends so that they will be all joining, and it will be continued further.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Rajendra, do we want any question to ask? You have raised your hand.
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
And I want to confirm whether you all have written your roll numbers and the.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So okay. Thank you.